This is the Wandering Mike.
Welcome, everyone, to the Wandering Mike. Today, I'm here with Luca. Hey, Luca, how's it going?
Good and you, mate. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Was a nice sunny day out of work, and now we're here in the park. Actually, we tried to go back to the usual spot where we did the other two episodes at the Shipwreck Museum,
Of course.
but then there were these Amy Winehouse karaoke girls. Um, so it was a little bit loud back there. So we had to flee to the park.
Yeah. Yeah. Where we met together.
We did meet at the park.
Yeah.
So what did we do?
Oh, we did a football match. Yeah. And we were in the same team.
Yeah.
And we won.
And of course we did.
Yeah.
Of course. No, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was the first time that the hostel actually did like the football match, and
Yeah.
I was surprised that a lot of people.
Yeah.
We were like, because we had like the three Germans,
Yeah.
and we were
Right.
like, oh, maybe not a lot of people want to play football, and
Mm.
then I think Oli, you
Yeah,
and
we
you
were.
told Valentina like, yeah, we want to play, and then
Yeah. Yeah, we were 8 or 9 at the moment.
yeah,
And yeah, that's this moment I met also the other French guy. So
also you didn't
yeah.
know them
No, that
as
was
well,
yeah. We arrived on Saturday with Ori, and
right?
then there was the Sunday football. So we met everyone at.
All right.
So yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Cool souvenir.
No, it was pretty nice. So yeah, as we've established, I already know you, but the people don't. So,
Yeah.
if you want to get us started and just give us a little bit of your background,
Okay.
where you're from, what you've been up to, and how did you get here to Perth?
Okay. So I'm Luca. Lucas for English people. I'm from France. I'm 27 years old, and I came in Australia more than 1 year ago for a reason. Uh, Main of this reason it was because I wanted to travel since a long time,
Right.
and so yeah, I'm actually traveling. So I came alone. So that was my first big travel alone. So now I feel super comfortable to travel. So I feel good right now. I'm actually in Perth for the first time. I'm in the West Coast. So I'm really excited to know this part of Australia. And yeah, but yeah, this year was crazy for me. Yeah, for many reasons. So yeah. Yeah.
So you did say it was the first time that you really like traveled on your own, that you
Yeah.
left France or Europe, probably.
I was used to travel with my ex-girlfriend and my friends. No, that's really my first travel alone.
Right.
Yeah. So
And
yeah, and I was really scared about to do that because yeah, I wasn't really comfortable with that. I was super stressful at the beginning, but after a few weeks, few months, I see what it was and what how you it was easy to meet some people and to make new relations. So yeah, now I really like to travel alone. So yeah, that was really a good choice for me doing that.
because I can believe in the beginning as well, like it's your first travel alone, and then you basically pick the place that is the farthest away from France. It's like
Yeah.
on the other side of the
Yeah,
world, pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah. Because I think at this moment of my life, I had to make a really big decision, uh, and Australia is obviously a perfect land to
Yes,
so learn how to speak English and to make money, and
definitely.
that's a really amazing part of the world. So yeah, I wanted to discover all of that, this part of the world and this part of
And one thing that I always love to talk about as well is obviously when I talk with people and they tell me about their travel experiences.
Yeah.
It's so nice to because I mean, obviously, we're all different people, but there's like themes that are always the same. Like, if you talk with someone that
Yeah.
has traveled, you can see, oh, so they're going through the same things, and it's
Yeah.
like they make the same experiences, kind of. Like you said, it's when you don't travel alone, you can have like all these fears in your head, and you can be like, oh, then I'm going to be there alone. Oh, what am I going to do? Like, am I going to find anyone to hang out with? And then you actually do it. And
Right.
it's so easy because everyone wants to connect, right?
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
that's traveling
Exactly.
wants to connect with you.
Yeah, exactly. That's when you are alone, you are never alone, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
because all the people wants to make a relation and to meet other people. So, so yeah, travel alone is a really big things to, and I recommend to everyone to do because yeah, I remember me when because I was in a relationship before during 7 years before to came in Australia,
Oh,
and
that's a long
I
time.
was supposed to do this travel with my girlfriend.
Right.
And when we broke, I was not comfy about do this trip because
Mm.
of many things, my English level, and but I decided to make it, and yeah, I was so surprised how it was like not easy because you have to make some things like by yourself and to you are bad situation sometimes and you are in front of yourself are the only one who can be able to found solution or something like that.
Yeah.
But at the end, that's why you at the end you are proud of you and you make crazy experience. Yeah, you met some people. The main things I think in your different podcasts you already heard about that, but yeah, that's the meeting of people. It's crazy, like it's game changer. Like it's
Yeah.
so really nice to meet people. They can learn you a lot about life and about yourself. So yeah, that's the main thing
That
of this travel.
I totally agree. It's like, I mean, obviously, that's where the idea of the podcast came
Yeah.
from. And it's just, I always enjoyed, you know, also listening to people because
Mhm.
you see sometimes, um, if you see the people that are talking to each other, they're not always listening, to be fair.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are talking and then they're basically just waiting for their turn to talk
True.
again.
True.
And I feel like it that doesn't help me. If I basically
Mm.
just talk at you, it doesn't help me because I want to learn from you. Like you said, like everyone that you meet, and really everyone,
Mm.
you can learn something from them. If you really
Of
listen to
course.
them and
Yeah.
listen to their story, there's so much to learn out there, and that's a beautiful part.
Yeah. Yeah. Really. Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah. Yeah. I I'm used to be a more like people who prefer listening to speak than speaking.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why I'm curious to do this podcast with you because I'm the main character of this podcast. But yeah, I totally agree with it's what you say. Like, yeah, it's super important to listen to people. And that's the way you can find something for you as well. So
Exactly. Um, so you were saying you well, you said now with Perth, it's your first real time on the west side of
yep,
Australia.
yeah,
So for your first year, you basically been on the eastern side then,
yeah.
like East Coast.
I landed in Sydney.
Mm,
I worked 2 months in construction, and then I did a big road trip on the east coast
mm.
until the north around Cairns.
Right.
Um, with 5 friends. That was crazy in a camping
Oh,
car. So
oh, that's so cool.
everyone in the same car. That was amazing. So then I did my farm. So 4 months of banana farm. It was in Maribat, the craziest place I never seen. That was best part of my life.
Oh wow.
In a caravan park, super hippie vibe and something like that. Yeah, that was
Wh-
really nice.
What was the name of the place again?
Mariba.
Mariba.
And name of the caravan park is Riverside Caravan Park.
Riverside.
And yeah, so that was one of the best experience I made in Australia. And after that, I made 1 month in Thailand. I traveled a bit in Thailand to do Muay Thai camp.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's pretty cool.
And then I came back to Melbourne to finish the east side of Australia. So Melbourne, then Tasmania
Right.
during a few months as well, where I did some cherries and strawberry farm. And now I'm here in Perth. So yeah, that was a really long trip. Many things to. I did many things in 2024.
Yeah, definitely.
And now it's time to discover the West Coast. Yeah. And now I'm not alone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
with Ori, my friend, and we travel together since since Tasmania, so 3-4 months. So and yeah, I'm so happy to have someone like him. Like it's really cool also to travel not alone. Like when you have a duo,
Yeah.
it's a part of our experience for me to travel with someone, and I feel super good with him. Like we are super close friends now, and yeah. So this west part of Australia, I will do it with him. So
And
I'm
it
pretty excited.
also, like from what I've seen you guys in the hostel, like
Yeah,
you have a great balance as well. You know, you're traveling together, but everyone is doing their own thing still. You know, like
of
you're
course.
still
Yeah,
like you have the stuff to experience your stuff.
yeah,
He's going out and doing his stuff, but and I feel like that's the best way. And
yeah,
you're still traveling together, so you still have each other, and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
so cool.
That's why because that I think because we traveled alone before to came in Australia
Right.
to yeah we start to travel alone. I mean,
Yeah.
and we met in Australia, so we are used to do our own thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great balance, and yeah, I can enjoy travel alone and also
Also have Ori there.
to have Ori and a great friend to confidence out. Yeah.
So you actually like you met him in Tasmania. You didn't know him from
No, I
France or
met him in Mariba, as I
oh, in Mariba?
said to you. Yeah, yeah, in Mariba.
Right.
Yeah, in the caravan park. But after we make some few months, each side. Like he made some, he continued his work, and then me,
Right.
I was going to Thailand, and
Yeah.
then we have a call, and he told me, "Bro, are you okay to come with me in Tasmania?" So I said yes,
Well,
and
nice.
we start to together.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, um, one thing I also um kind of want to get into because obviously you don't know this, but last week with Louis, he
Yeah.
also told me that he went to Thailand and he also did Muay Thai
Muay
there.
Thai? Yeah.
And we talked about a lot of stuff already
Okay.
with him. So we talked about his surfing and his scuba diving. And I think we were like 1 hour 20 minutes in when he dropped the Muay Thai. So I couldn't.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use you now to
Mm.
ask about that because I always um loved martial arts in a sense of I kind of from a passive perspective. I've never actively did it. I've
Okay.
never trained in martial
Yeah.
arts because I'm also kind of afraid to be hit, to be honest. But I always see it as such a good training, and I feel like it can help you a lot in your life as well, not
Yeah.
only from the sport, but from the discipline and the
Yeah.
mind.
Exactly.
And so yeah, I don't wanna, actually say too much myself. So
Yeah.
what is it for you that made you, like, fell in love with, like, martial arts, or why did you wanna try Muay Thai?
I don't I can't say I fall in love with Muay Thai actually, but I wanted to make this experience because I wanted to go like to go through my limits, uh,
Right.
mental and physical. I mean, and I've never practiced fight sport before, so that was my
Mm.
first time.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, as you said, I was scared to be hit as well, and
Yeah.
so that's why I did it because I I wanted to be scared more.
Right.
So yeah, but yeah, at the beginning, I wanted to practice like 2 weeks, and when I arrived on site, I saw the mood and how the people were great and everything. So I booked 1 month straight,
Wow.
and so that was yeah a really crazy experience for many reasons. Like physically, of course, there was 2 training a day during 6 days per week. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so yeah, that was super painful and also really yeah interested. Like you go through your limit, and you can learn martial art, as you say, because that's not just a fight sport, that's also a martial arts,
Yes.
and that's a way of life, and that's yeah a super respectful sports, fight sports, I mean. So yeah, I practiced during my 1 month, and at the end I was questioning myself about make fight at the end,
Mhm.
but and a lot of people doing that. But for me, I was too beginner, so I
Right.
prefer to just stay on this part of the process.
But it's also like we've said, like it's not really what it's about, right? It's like obviously some people they want to get into professionally fighting and kind
Mhm.
of want to use that as a way to maybe make money or something.
Yeah,
But just going through the training, I think
yeah,
is
that's
enough
already a lot.
to yeah, exactly. So I don't feel like you have to have a fight to
No,
prove that to you if you do the training, if you do it 2 times a day,
yeah,
which is intense.
yeah,
Yeah.
really, really,
Um,
yeah,
so how did like the camp work? Did you also so you were like together with the same guys for the 1 month, or
yeah.
did the people change?
You mean the student or the
Y-
coach?
Yeah, like the student, like the people that were training with you.
Yeah, most of the time it's yeah, the student booked few weeks, so yeah, during
Not everyone booked 1 month directly like you.
no, yeah, yeah, some people are booking like 6 months.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
oh shit.
and they're doing a lot of fights because they want.
Right, they
Yeah,
really want.
yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, yeah, I spent a moment with it depends, to be honest. Some people just came from for 1 day just to see,
Mm.
and I met some people I practiced Muay Thai with them for a few weeks, like 2 weeks, and
Right.
but yeah, that's like when you travel like everywhere. Some people are leaving, and
Yeah.
some people are. Yeah, but I think average is like 1 week, something like that.
Right. And uh, just for me personally,
Yeah.
what part of Thailand did you?
I was in Pai. That's in the north.
No fucking
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
I'm sorry for swearing, guys, but that's my fucking favorite part of Thailand. I
Because
love pie.
you did Pai.
I when I was in Thailand, the first thing we did because I think I've told you I was studying in Indonesia for a year.
Okay,
So I was living in Indonesia for 1 year, and we basically did a couple of vacations. And the first vacation that we did to Thailand, we went to Phuket.
okay,
And then the second time I went to Thailand with someone else, with a friend, and her and I, we flew to Bangkok. And
okay.
then from Bangkok, we took a bus into the north to Chiang Mai.
Yeah, of
And then we
course.
were in Chiang Mai, just having the time of our lives. And then someone told us, you can take a bus and go into the
To go to Pai.
mountains, into the jungle, to Pai. And we were like, let's do it. And then we were there for like a week, and I came back to Indonesia and told my other friend, who was there with me, it's like, next time we need to go to Thailand for 1 month, and we need to be in Pai for 1 month. And that's what we did. We
Really?
we
Oh,
went to
so
Pai
cool.
and just chilled there for 1 month. So
Yeah,
it's such a beautiful
of course.
place.
And the vibe is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's super hippie. That's super chill. Like
Yes.
you can practice yoga. You can, yeah, and you can also make some crazy stuff if you want.
Yeah, maybe we won't talk about that on the podcast,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
but
that's a really good place.
but no, yeah, a lot of experiences for sure.
Yeah.
Um, and it's funny you say yoga because actually on the first time I was there, we met like a yogi from Istanbul, like he was a Turkish guy,
Okay.
and we had like he was there to also study it for himself, and like his third eye was like really opening, and he was like really into the moment and everything, and he did some sessions with us. Yeah, it was amazing. Like the people I met in in Pai,
In fact.
in Thailand, in Pai, um, just amazing people. And um, I did I didn't expect that you actually did that in Pai. Wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy,
yeah.
bro. Um, so yeah, that sounds like something I might, because every time I talk with people about Southeast Asia, when I talk to them about Thailand, Vietnam,
Mhm.
I always want to go back. Every time I'm
Yeah,
like, "Oh, I
yeah.
just want to go back there." Maybe doing Muay Thai in Pai for a bit is a good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, you should to do it. Yeah, really. That's not game changer, but that's a really great experience. Like you will know more about yourself at the end, I think. Yeah. That
Yeah.
will put you in uncomfortable situation,
Oh, I
of
believe it.
course.
I believe it.
And that's when you are in this type of situation, you can think differently about yourself.
Wow. Yeah, I
But yeah,
think.
that was the second time I went to Thailand. And yeah, but yeah, and about yoga, I I missed to tell you, I was to India like 1 month ago.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, just I wanted to exhaustive like about my travel. So yeah, yeah, I went to India. So yeah, that was cool as well.
So how long did you like?
In
Have you
India,
been in India?
just for 2 weeks, I met just there was a I met a friend from France in India. We did this travel together for two
Nice.
weeks. So yeah, that was a pretty cool experience as well.
Yeah, India
Craziest country.
is a crazy country for
Yeah,
sure.
really.
But lovely people overall. Like
Mhm.
all, I have really good friends from India. Like they're all really like it's a friendly community, and they're always like trying to help each other. Always like sticking together. It's kind of
Yeah,
a cool community.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's a really special country. Like there is too many people, too many,
Yeah.
not too many, but a lot, and we are not
No, it's a lot. Yeah.
expected to see that by our eyes. Like it's not touristic at all. So yeah,
Yeah.
they they are living in their country, and yeah, that's crazy because yeah, it's a really way of life for us, and yeah, that's totally different than how we can live in different part of the world. So that's really special place.
But it sounds like you're really like making the most of your like first time traveling alone.
Mm,
Like you're seeing different places, like seeing, because to me that's a big part of traveling as well, is
mhm,
basically gaining perspective. Because
mm,
if you grow up and you live all your life in Germany, if you live all your life in France, you you just, for it's a fact, you're going to think different than someone who has
of
traveled
course.
the world,
Yeah.
because you just um it's just different. Because in France, not saying it's worse, but it's just objectively different because you are only confronted with the things in France, and everything in France is like so important to you, and you're like
Yeah.
really, oh, this matters so much. But
Mm.
then if you've traveled
Yeah.
5 countries, 10 countries, and you see, oh, but it's the same kind of everywhere. Like everyone is different, but some things are also just, and it just gives you a whole nother perspective on life, you know?
Yeah, really. Yeah, really. Uh, yeah, totally agree. And at the beginning, when I start my travel, I didn't know how long I wanted to travel. To be honest,
Yeah.
uh, I was expected 1 year. Now it's more than that, and I don't know when I want to come back. Because I still thinking my real life
Mm.
is in France, but
Yeah.
and I also thinking about like I live my dream life in Australia, but that's kind of a bubble, you see.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm just about that like uh, these few weeks ago. uh, but um, but yeah, definitely the travel is so important to open your mind and to know the worlds differently. Really.
But so let me ask you a little bit of a more philosophical question because we love we love to do these around here as well. Um, and obviously it does depend because everyone has a different lifestyle. Everyone has like different things they want to achieve in life, and like the people listening to this will know. But for me, for example, children were never part of the picture, and I never actively, maybe it's going to happen one day, but it wasn't like,
Mhm,
you know, a lot of people when you ask them what are their goals, like having a family, having
mhm,
kids, it's up there. And
mhm.
for me it was never in there. Like if it's going to happen,
Okay.
great, I'm not going to complain, but it's not something I actively go for. That's why for me the travel lifestyle just kind of found me, I guess. That's why
Okay.
I love to travel around, and that's why I also don't have a great problem with saying, okay, I'm going to travel for the next 3, 4 years and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I just found interesting when I heard you say like, and I understand what you mean, like my real life back in
Mhm.
France, you know, I'm traveling right now, but eventually maybe I will go back. So let me ask you this. Um what do you think is a life worth living? Like what makes a life good? What does life have to be, maybe to be real, as you say, like a real
Yeah.
life? You know what I
No.
mean?
Yeah. Of course, I know. I think when I when I say real, that's like because of the obligation you
Yeah.
have in your own country,
Mhm.
and also the social pressure about your
Right.
family, your friends, and your your job and everything.
Yeah.
So when I talk about real life, that's more this. But of course, you're right. That's not real life like we are supposed to think about it. Yeah. So that's why also because why I travel. That's because I didn't want my real life that was just grown up in my own country and
Mhm.
to do same job all my life and to have same friends and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to know myself like in a totally different area, like uh, without my family, without my job, without my friends and everything. How I was supposed to react about the world, and yeah, yeah. I mean now, I'm living kind of the most real life I was supposed to live because
Yeah.
yeah, that's now I think differently because now is mm, the real life. It's what I'm living actually. So it's to make some friends and to yeah, I don't know how to express, but yeah, like I never feel more alive than I'm than I'm here now. Like,
And I feel like that's what is important. I mean,
yeah,
obviously,
of
I'm
course.
I'm not saying that you can't have that in your country.
Mm,
And I've been saying this on a podcast as well. I fully understand my friends as well that were like grew up with me in the small town next to Munich where we were all from, and now they moved to Munich. They have worked there.
yeah.
Some of them have houses already.
Mm,
They uh one of my friends is married already. The others probably this or next year are getting married as well. And I'm not saying, and I know that they're enjoying their life.
yeah.
They actually doing it because they enjoy it. Obviously, sometimes people can be doing all sorts of things and also not enjoy them because of what you say, like
Mm,
social pressures and stuff
mhm.
like that. But with my friends, I know that they're doing it because
Yeah,
they're enjoying it as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, some other people maybe they just enjoy it more by not doing that
Of course.
and go traveling.
Yeah.
So um but let me ask you this because like I've just said, basically for me, the more I traveled, um it was for me it was harder and harder to
To
see me
come
in
back.
Germany because
Yeah.
it's like my friends,
Yeah,
they're asking me as well, so when are you gonna join us in
yeah.
Munich? And every time I'm back there, like, it is amazing because
Mhm.
it's just the best feeling in the world. You come
Yeah,
back to a place and nothing changed, like, in a good way. Like,
yeah,
you still have your friends, you
exactly.
can do the same thing, you can
Yeah,
talk, and it's so valuable to have friends like
of
that and to
course.
come back to, and your family as well,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
No matter how long I'm away, I come back and I'm still loved the same way. I can still have the same conversations with them, and it's just so valuable. Um, but so, do you think? I honestly want to hear your opinion because I mean, obviously, you're thinking of it right now and you're still thinking through it. But do you think maybe for you, traveling can also help you to then go back and be more happy back there? Like after you
mm,
did your travel, you think it can help you and you're just like, okay, I've done it now and now I'm happy to go back to France?
yeah. I think it's a duality in my mind actually. Like,
Right.
I as you more I travel, more I want to continue my travel and to discover the world and to,
Yeah.
yeah, because I feel so good now. And I I have the feeling I found my place, like, and my place it's to be in middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just traveling.
That's a
And
good quote.
but I also because that's more than 1 year. I don't come back to France.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have also this feeling like about to come back to France and to see everyone again. Uh, I think I have more fear about come back to France. Like,
Mm.
yeah, I think I'm fearful. Like I'm scary about to come back to France, more than I wanted to come back. Uh, so that's why I told you about the bubble in Australia later. That
Yeah.
was because I feel comfortable in this bubble. I don't want to come back to the reality with
Yeah.
because I have some friends who come back to France, and they always told me it was cool at the beginning for a few weeks, and then you are boring because everyone has his life in France, as you said, and
Yeah.
there there is also a thing with your travel is um, I think some people, even me, who are thinking about we are the main thing in our country. Like, we are the most important parts of the not the family, for example. Like, we just think about the family, always think about us, and they just want
Yeah.
we come back and everything. And I think that's not that. I think in reality they are just living their life like normally. Of course, we are missing. They miss you a bit. They miss us. Sorry, they miss
Yeah.
us a bit. But I think when you come back, everyone has his life, and even your friend, they are so happy to see you again. But after a few days, 3 weeks, they are come back to their life. Your family is pretty the same, and yeah. So yeah, I'm a bit worried about coming back to France, and so that's why. And the main thing is because I want to continue my travel, and I feel good there. So
Yeah.
yeah, but
So
that's tricky. I know that's tricky.
basically, what my thoughts about that are, because I've also kind of like you said, we're all kind of going through these things and kind of uh going with, okay, sometimes we think, oh, am I important to this person,
Mm,
and like you said. And for me, I basically found that the best thing for everyone is if, like, the most important person in one's life should always be you.
of
So
course.
I'm my most important person, you're your most important
Yeah,
person, like your parents, they are their most important persons, your friends, they are
yeah,
their most important
yeah.
persons. And that's kind of how I also, for me, found that it's okay that I travel, because like you said, like, obviously they still want to see you.
Mm,
Like, they are
yeah,
still super happy when you're
yeah.
back.
Of course.
Like, but at the end, they also want you to be happy. So if you basically, because then you're there and like you said, they have their life, which
Yeah,
of course, and then you're like, oh, but what is my life? And then you
yeah.
realize, oh, my life is not here. My life is traveling. And then
Yeah,
um
but that's a big trouble in our life of traveler because
yeah,
we know our life is to travel. Actually, maybe in 5 years that might be the same, but
yeah,
actually we know our life is to travel, and we know what we can't do instead. Like yeah, we can't be with our friend, we can't be with our family. We Yeah, so we miss a lot of things. Like if you have a new nephew, for example, if you have a new brother, if you miss
yeah,
uh, a married person, or
yeah,
Christmas or something,
yeah, like
you are
New Year's
always
Eve, the friends are
missing something.
together, and
But
yeah.
that's the price, and we are super happy to be there. And so yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like you said, it's there's good things and bad
hmm
things. Obviously,
yeah,
it's like when you see like pictures of them all, they're all doing like a vacation together in Europe, and you're like,
hmm
oh, I wish I could be there,
yeah,
but I'm here, so it's like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
you can't have both,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
yeah. Yeah, we have to choose, sorry, because the life it's happened just once. So
Exactly.
we have to choose, and actually we are here, and
And
we are pretty happy to be there. So I think we everything happened for a reason, as you said before this interview. And yeah, if we are here, that's for some reason, and we have we have to enjoy our choice. So yeah.
I feel like the way our conversation just went, and like I told you before, I've never know where this is going,
Yeah.
and I love it though, because I feel like it was the first time that I could also actually talk about these kind of things
Mhm.
in more depth and like in more details. So I loved
Okay.
that we explored this kind of topic. I mean, we talked about it like very superficially in some other
Mhm.
podcasts, but we never really went into it like we
Uh,
just did. So I
okay.
really like that. Um, but yeah, since we just gotten so philosophical, I'm using it to transition to something you told me earlier today, and we
Yeah.
haven't mentioned it yet, which is
Okay.
poetry.
Oh, let's go for
So,
poetry.
um,
Okay.
well, we basically just all we said before is that we both kind of like poetry.
Mhm.
So, I'm just gonna ask you, what is your experience with poetry?
With poetry. At the beginning, really nothing, because I'm not literary. I'm not close to book or something. I wasn't used to read when I was child, so yeah, I was super far to that, to be honest. But since I'm traveling, I read a bit, so I think my sensibility with poetry starts with that. And
Mm,
then the main things, and when the poetry happened in my life, that was when I met Ori. Uh,
right.
yeah. So we were in Mariba, and we didn't have time to know each other. And once night, we were just on the sofa because we were in the same tent,
Mhm,
and we were on the sofa, and we were on Instagram, and we saw a reel about poetry.
mm,
The who said uh, in French we say, for example, everything happened for a reason. In
mhm.
poetry we say, so after you have to make your poetry and talk about the theme, the theme, like everything
Yeah.
happened for a reason. And we talk about that, and we say each other, okay, let's go. We have 24 hours to make this type of
Oh,
poetry,
wow.
and we did it. And the day where we supposed to make the poetry, there was a friend, and so he made the poetry like in 1 hour, and then we are three to say the poetry to each other. So that was the first time we made the
Ju
poetry. That
right.
that was really cool, and we that was a really nice night. And then we wanted to make another day like that. So each week we talk about a new theme,
Right.
and we made this type of poetry. And at the end, we were like between 20 or 30 in the tent about,
Oh,
yeah,
that's so
just
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. we
Wow.
we create a poetry night with Ori. So
Wow.
that was a really great experience for everyone. Yeah, the and sometimes the team were a bit deep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what we like. For example, my dear parents, I'm leaving. We made this
Mm.
team, and or sometimes there was some fun team like
And
do you want
you
to go to bed with me or something like that.
mm, and
So yeah.
you basically made up the themes, or did you, like, find them online? Did you just make them up?
Oh yeah, we choose the what we want to talk.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
was either Ori or you who just said, like, "This
so
is the
yeah,
theme."
yeah, exactly. No, we talked about with everyone what
Oh, like the
we
whole group.
yeah, the whole group. And but yeah, so I start to create some poetry, and I at the end I really love that. I bought a book, and now I write what the poetry I prefer. And
Oh,
so yeah, I think I made between 10 and 20 poetry right now. And because we did the same thing in Tasmania when we were together again,
mhm.
and there was also some people super interested by that. So now we have an Instagram group with everyone
Oh,
from
wow.
Mariba, Tasmania, and some other people around the world, and we try to make one poetry a month with the in the same team. And so yeah, so we want to keep the poetry alive, and to say to everyone the poetry is available for everyone. Like, you don't have to have a good writing or something. You just have to express yourself with your words, with your hearts, and at the end, that's gonna be like fantastic. Really, it's amazing to listen, everyone.
I I actually love that. I love that you just created a group, but you created it by you just doing something you enjoy, and then other
Of
people
course, yeah.
see that and they want to be part of it. And um, I feel like arts in general is the best thing for people to get together. If
Mm,
it's music, if it's poetry, if it's writing in general,
mhm.
it's such a great thing. And is your poetry, I, I suppose it's in French or is it in English?
No, we write in French. I mean, we write in our own language.
Right, because you have like a lot of people
Yeah,
from different countries as well.
yeah. Most of them are French,
Yeah,
obviously, because it's more easy with some French people. But
yeah.
in Mariba, there was some people from Italy,
Oh yeah,
and maybe other because I left Mariba and then poetry night continue without me.
that's
So
so cool
yeah,
though.
yeah,
It's
really,
isn't that amazing? Like you
yeah,
you
amazing.
just start something in a
Yeah,
place and it keeps going. I
yeah, that
really
was
I fucking
crazy.
love it.
Yeah, amazing. That was amazing. But yeah, no, there was some people from yeah Italy, maybe Spain or South America,
Wow.
if I remember. But yeah, like for example, Italian people write in
Yeah,
Italian because that's poetry is even difficult
of course.
for everyone. So if you have to write in English and it's not your own language, it's more that's too.
Definitely.
So so yeah, but the thing is, even if we don't understand what we the people is saying,
Hmm.
you can enjoy it and you just know
From
hear the rhymes and you just see what's the people in front of you are about to feeling at the moment. So yeah, even if you don't understand what he say, it's a crazy moment. Yeah, really.
it's yeah, it's so cool. And that you have an Instagram group now as well, so you can
Yeah,
just that even if you're not in the same place anymore, you can still connect and share with just sharing poetry every month. That's nice.
yeah, yeah. We wanted to do that because some people ask us to what's the next theme, and
Right.
so yeah, we just make a group to send a theme for everyone, and not everyone are doing the poetry because
Mm.
everyone are their own life, like we said,
Yeah.
and but if they want, they can send their poetry and yeah, at least the poetry is still alive, and it's even more cool because we when we think about general poetry, we think about like old thing, like it's not
Yeah.
actually anymore. But now we are just yeah young people between 20 and 30 or 35, and we make the poetry alive, and yeah, that's really cool. That's really really nice.
So yeah, like you said, like when people think of poetry, they think about like older poems, and obviously these poems had like rules, and it was like always very neat. And
Mhm.
for me, for me personally, that's not the most important part of it though. Like poetry is just expressing your emotions and your thoughts. It doesn't always need to be emotions, it can only be thoughts as well. But that's what for me personally is great poetry. If I read something and I see, oh wow, this person has really put like something very important to them,
Mm,
or oh, this is something that really makes me think. Like I don't care if it's like how it's written, if it's
yeah,
like a correct
of
form.
course, we
And
don't care.
so I feel like yeah, that's again, I really love what you're doing. I love
Yeah,
that you're just
thank you.
making that available. And no, it's great. And get people to see that it is something that you can just start. You don't need to have, like you
Mhm.
said, read a lot of books or studied it. Even
Of
like
course,
you
no,
don't need, you just express yourself on
yeah,
paper.
yeah. yeah, some people were scared about that because when they came to because most of the people came into the before to try to make poetry, they just listen the poetry we made during the night, and then we wanted to try, and they were scared about don't make a good poetry or something like that.
Mm.
But yeah, at the end, as you said, we really don't care. The most important thing is as you said, like the emotion, and we saw that because with some deep theme, there was some people were crying, some
Yeah.
people were laughing. So yeah, that you can see the emotion of people when he's telling his poetry. So that's the main thing of the poetry. Yeah, yeah.
So you said like you're still doing it for yourself now, like you've
Mm.
discovered poetry and you're doing your own kind of poems and writing your stuff. Um, is it? And I know that's always a hard question to ask because obviously you just started it because you just felt like it and then you saw you like it and you just
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
But now that you are doing it more and more, did you ever at all think about like publishing your poems and like putting them together to a collection or something?
No, that's still a thing just for me.
Mm.
I'm when I write it in my book, that's just for me. I don't think about yeah, publish or something. But the thing is, more I write poem, I put some more pressure on my next poem. Like
Mm.
I wanted to do a better one. I don't know what is a better one. Like, but yeah, at the beginning, when as I told you, we had 24 hours to make a poetry, and now
Yeah.
you see we have 1 month because of the different
Right.
time about the world and everything. And so you have a lot of time, plenty of time to think about your poetry, about your angle, about everything. So when I start, I did my poetry in maybe 1 hour or two, and now I think about one poetry can I can make a poetry in yeah more than 10 hours, or just because I thinking a lot. I write something and then I delete it,
Yeah.
then I write another thing, then I delete. Yeah. So no, but yeah, I just keep for myself, and that's the main thing. Actually, to be honest, when we send the poetry to the group,
Mhm.
it's cool because everyone are super kind and tell you,
Yeah.
"Wow, it's really beautiful" and everything. But the main thing is the process. Like when you the yeah, the best thing is when you process the poetry and at the end you have the results. So that's cool. But yeah, that's your emotion. That's your writing, and yeah, that's the main thing. That's why because that's why I like poetry.
And I I love what you said as well because I feel like if you're doing it for yourself, you will actually make it better in the sense that it's better for you rather than thinking of, oh, is someone gonna like this?
Yeah,
But you're still because just because you're doing them for yourself doesn't mean that you're not like you're getting better at it, right? Because you're doing them for you, but you're like, oh, I want this to be more like this. And you basically because like you said, you said I don't know what is better. So you're basically making it from what sounds better to you. And that's where you basically create kind of your own style and
yeah,
you make things that at the end of the day you're proud of and you're like, oh,
yeah,
this is something that I want to put this out like this. This is basically my voice. And
yeah, exactly.
that's so cool to develop. That's
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you're right. I tried different style, and I think my best poetry, if I can say, that's not because at some moments, because we were a lot at the end,
Yeah.
and we know uh, there was a lot. There was a lot of listener about our poetry. So
Mm,
I was a bit like, oh, I want my poetry is good for other, and
exactly.
that's at this moment my poetry was really bad. And when I make the poetry just for myself, that was the the best, like, if I can say. So
No, I totally agree with that. You
yeah.
know how you um I just really know with music and with rap, it's
Hmm.
something that I pay attention to. It's like you can really tell if something works. I can say like, okay, this is a good song because I can see how it works for the people. I can see why it is popular. I can respect it. But then there's other songs where I maybe it even has like no one's listening to it, but I can hear the song and I say this is art.
Yeah,
Because it's not supposed to be working, it's not supposed to be in a specific theme. It's just art. You just feel it. You're like,
yeah,
this
yeah,
song is art, you
yeah,
know?
exactly. That's when you can feel what the author wants to mean. That's and
Yeah.
you can recognize yourself in what is telling. So yeah, yeah, that's the most important thing. That's why we don't care about the style or the rhymes, or and that's why also, because uh, the people are invited to make poetry, even if you are not used to write, or if you don't read or something. We really don't care, and I recommend to everyone to just try to write a bit, or to try to make some poetry, because at the end you will be proud of you anyway, and yeah, anyway, that can um, you can express yourself with words, and yeah, yeah, we don't care. Just leave your emotion flow, and just let the flow, and you will see that's a really good thing.
So something just came to me, and I've never tried something like this. Um, but I feel like it's a great thing, and I didn't ask you beforehand either, so I'm just gonna put you on the spot here.
Okay,
So if the people are listening right now and they want to do a poem, give
yeah,
us a theme. Give
a
everyone
theme.
one theme, and they can do in their own language. They can do a poem.
Wow. Um, the that's not okay. Uh, it's pretty difficult, but one of the poem I really liked to make, sorry, it was the just thanks 2024. Like at the end
Mm,
of the year in Tasmania, we talk about this theme, sorry, and yeah, that's that was really nice, because that's forced you to think about your year.
right.
So yeah, that's forced you to review your year, and to make some words, that invite yourself to put some words of what you lived during this year, and what you were before this year, and when you expect to the next year. So yeah,
Mm.
if you want to do things 2024, maybe that's a bit too late. But if you want another one, uh, oh, I have many. Uh,
I know
uh,
you've done so many good themes. It's hard to
yeah,
pick one, right?
yeah. But actually, the theme of the group is
Right.
the fire. um I don't know the name in English. Uh, the fire is end. The fire end, but the smell of the wood stays.
Right. So the
I'm not sure about the translate.
so probably
The
it's
fire is gone,
the fire is
and the
gone,
fire is gone,
but the
but
smell.
the smell of the wood stays. That's a really weird theme. You see,
But
you
that's a good one. I love that one. The fire of the
that's where
fire is
we
gone.
are actually thinking. Yeah. That's the thing of the theme of the next month. If you want to try it, yeah, that's a really particular one.
No, that's. I think we have two good ones. So if you feel like, I mean, it is only April. We're almost in the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
But if you feel like reflecting, I feel like it's a cool. Thanks, 2024 is a cool one.
yeah,
And if you really want to do something like creative,
yeah,
I love because you can take it so many different ways. The
yeah,
fire is gone,
yeah.
but the smell of the
Of
wood is
course.
still.
Oh, I just think about another one. It might be more classic one. What we did. It was I would like to
Hmm.
just I would like to, and then you can write what you want.
No, it's. I mean, I really want to not push is the wrong word, but I really encourage people to
Yeah, of
just try
course.
it. It's
Yeah, really.
just do it for yourself. You don't even need
Yeah,
to show it to anyone, and
you have anything to lose.
just take the theme and write something.
Yeah,
No, that's really cool.
yeah, yeah, really.
Um, so yeah, I really think we talked about a lot of stuff anyway. We did have a great conversation. I really loved our conversation. But we also need to end it now because I'm gonna try an acai bowl for the first
Yeah,
time.
and for the
So
last night of us.
it is sadly the last night that Luca is here with us, and he agreed to do the podcast. So I'm very thankful. And to celebrate what we did, yeah, we're gonna have an acai bowl. I still don't know exactly what that fruit is, but I'm gonna find out soon.
Same. We'll see.
Um, so thank you, Luca. Thank you
No worries,
for
with
sitting
pleasure.
down,
With
and
pleasure, Mike.
I'm happy you enjoyed it as well. We had great things to talk
Yeah,
about,
that was really nice.
and if even one poem comes out of this, I really love it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope
Tell
people
me
create poems, and
if anyone sends you something about that.
I will definitely let you know
Thank you.
for
That
sure.
could be amazing.
All right, so yeah, we're off enjoying our acai bowl, and goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.